Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video, I'm going to do a comparison review between the Galaxy Tab E Lite here on the left and the $49 Fire tablet here on the right. So they're both each company's lowest cost model, and they're very similar from a specs point of view. They have the exact same screen size, which is 7 inches with the lower resolution 1024 by 600 screen. So yeah, they're the budget models. You got this one's on sale for 99 bucks, and then of course this one sells for 49. They both have 8 gigabytes of internal storage, 1 gigabyte of RAM. They both have quad core 1.3 gigahertz processors, so they got a lot of the same features, and they're basically the exact same size. Like overall, they're almost the exact same dimensions, give or take a few millimeters, and they're almost the exact same weight as well. So very similar tablets. So Samsung definitely has the edge in the hardware department, however, because just the quality of the build's a lot better. Whereas the Fire, it feels more like a cheap $50 tablet, whereas this one, it doesn't really feel like a cheap tablet. Has good build quality. We got a rear camera, rear speaker. There's a micro SD card slot around here somewhere. And power buttons and volume buttons are up there. So then, like with all Samsung tablets, you have the dedicated home button here, and then you also have the sensors right here. So the Kindle or the Fire has the on-screen buttons like most Android devices do. It doesn't have the dedicated buttons. And like I was saying, the build quality is just a little bit more cheap. It's just got the plastic features here. It's nothing special. We got a camera up in that corner. It also has a micro SD card slot and then a speaker down here in the corner, which gets muffled quite easily. The Tabs doesn't. So that's one advantage for the sound. But the Fire, it has the advantage with the front camera. So the Tab doesn't have a front camera. Fire does. They have the same rear camera, same 2 megapixel rear camera. So like I was saying, with the Fire tablets, they have the on-screen menu buttons here. So that does take away from the screen real estate, and it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're actually got it in like landscape right here, you can really see how much difference there is. It's almost like having a size larger screen on the Galaxy Tab, because you actually get like, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch bigger screen just because you don't have the on-screen menu bar there. So I mean, the menu bar is not there all the time. Like, it disappears with like videos and some games and stuff, but for the most part it's on their screen most of the time, whereas the Galaxy, obviously they have their own dedicated buttons, so they don't need the on-screen buttons for that. So when it comes to comparing the screens on these two tablets, like I said, they're very similar. We got the same size, but there's a little bit difference. The Galaxy Tab screen seems just a little bit brighter. So yeah, you lose some of the colors on the Galaxy Tab when you tilt the screen from the sides or from the bottom. Then it gets quite a bit darker when you go from the top. So that's one difference between these two screens. I'd say that the Galaxy Tab screen's a little bit brighter, and something about it seems a little bit clearer. But the Kindle's or the Fire screen, it's a little bit more colorful and has better viewing angles. It's the IPS screen. I think this one's TFT according to these specs right here. So the Galaxy Tab E Lite has access to the Kindle for Samsung app in the Samsung App Store. So we have a lot of comparable reading features on these two, and it looks pretty much the same when you get the same book loaded up on here. I mean, you do have the same screen with the same resolutions, and I really wouldn't recommend these for reading tablets. They're good for like playing games and watching videos and stuff, but the lower resolution just isn't ideal for reading. But I mean, you can get by with it. There's only like 2 differences between the reading apps between these two devices. So this one, it has WordWise, which is in one of the advanced settings, where it gives like hints for words. It's kind of like a tool for kids, and it also has text to speech. So you can use text to speech on Kindle books with this when you're using a Fire tablet, whereas the Samsung tablets, they don't have the text to speech built into the reading app, so you don't have the option for that in the Kindle reading app, and you also don't have WordWise. But otherwise, they're basically the exact same reading app. I mean, they look basically identical, and they have all the same settings and all that. So obviously the software is the biggest difference between these two tablets. Amazon has their own custom version of software on here, and it has a different look to it. So this is your main home screen. You don't really have any control over anything other than just like what order you put these in, because you can like create folders and you can like move these around. And so that's basically like the whole premise behind regular Android home screens. You got the folders as well, but you also have the addition of these widgets. Like you have weather widgets, you can have like news widgets, you can have a music player widget. So the Fire tablets, they don't have any kind of widget support. They just have like this recent list over here, and then like Amazon's different sections, you know, for video, audiobooks, all your different sections are set up that way. And then you have access to like your library up there. You can get more items from the store from there as well, where everything on an Android device is more centralized. Doesn't have like different sections for your books and everything like that, though you can set up different folders and whatnot. And then of course you have the added option of like live wallpapers and the widgets for the home screen. Another advantage with the Samsung software is they have the dual app mode, so you can run two apps side by side. If you just like open up this window right here, you can drag two apps in together, and you can like have the web browser open and Notepad open same time. Has the multitasking features. Then you got your app jump list down here, your recent apps, and the Kindle has that, or the Fire has that as well. So one advantage with the Galaxy Tab is, of course, the built-in support for Play Store. You got Google Apps already on here. The Fire tablet doesn't come with the Play Store, but it's pretty easy to add it. You just have to follow some instructions guide online. You can find that on the ebookreader.com. So you can add it pretty easily on here, but obviously it's not built in like it is with the Galaxy Tab, so you never know, like in the future the support for it might go away. Another advantage for the Fire tablet is it has support for 128 gigabyte micro SD cards, and the Galaxy Tab just has support for up to 32 gigabyte cards. So a couple other hardware advantages for the Galaxy Tab is it has GPS built in, and it also has a larger battery. The battery is about 20% larger, so it gets a couple extra hours per charge. So obviously these two tablets are a lot alike. They can do a lot of the same things. Obviously the Fire tablets are more integrated into Amazon system, and the Samsung tablets are more integrated with Google system, plus some of Samsung's built-in app support as well. So hardware is pretty similar. Obviously the build quality is better on the Samsung, and the Fire has a couple advantages like the added front camera and the higher capacity micro SD card support. So they both have 8 gigabytes of storage, but the Fire also has the option for 16 gigabytes. There's a 16 gigabyte model now for $10 more, so $59. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review right here. Check out the ebookreader.com for dedicated reviews of each of these where I get more into detail. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to wrap up this video. Have a good day.